Hello and welcome to Talking Corner. This is the podcast of Gamers Corner. I'm Cypher33.
And I'm wearing Cowboy.
I'm Oz Doctor.
And I'm OzGrillus.
Welcome. All right, boys, let's get started.
Hi guys, welcome to Talking Corner, episode 2, part 1. We're going to touch on moderating, streaming, income streams and stuff like that. I just want to take a second out to say thank you to everyone that's dropped in, everyone that's tuned in, the downloads of Spotify, just all the support and the feedback that we've got. We've had loads of fun making them, and we're going to have loads of fun making a lot more for you to tune into. So let's get into raiding. If you're part of Gamers Corner, or you can be part of Gamers Corner, you'll find that, you know, we have a couple of channels for raids and lurks. You know, raiding benefits both of you, I feel. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like Cypher said before, you're giving your community in the hands of somebody else and trusting them with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it benefits both. You get the views from it, obviously, and you get a chance to like introduce yourself to a whole different bunch of people that you wouldn't have usually met unless that person had raided you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What's the best way to incorporate that raid into your channel now? So say I am streaming and I raid Oz Doctor with my 15. And yes, you're going to have your lurkers in there that aren't going to chat. So you really may have 7 to 5 real people.
You might have none.
Or active people, or you might have none. Yeah. Or you might have 1 or 2 that say, hey, or I'm here. How do you retain them for now your stream? Any tools or any ideas that you guys use or incorporate into your streams for that?
Anything, Cowboy?
On raids, I just try and make a hype about it. I mean, your overlays can only do so much, can't they? Do you know what I mean? Your overlays can let you know, they'll give out a little jingle for you, you know, a big little song and dance and that. But I feel like if you make a song and dance about it yourself,
you physically get in typing.
Yeah, you know, you I don't know, it shows that the generosity from the other person, and that you're happy that they are the way they are.
Now, I've seen a number of different streamers that do different things when things happen in their stream, like a raid. You know, like they might have a different camera view that they go to, or they might have the same thing that they say every time the raid is there. Kind of makes their own little, you know, click. Yep. You know, everybody comes. I know that if I raid, then I'm going to get this shout out. They're going to talk about this. They're going to be excited. The hype's going to be there. Do you guys or any of us have anything we use in our own streams
for
to do that?
This, not for me personally. I don't have anything. I'm just like, yeah, thanks for the raid, mate. Aussie Gamer, back, you know, who we were talking about earlier. He does this every time. Raiders.
He has a siren go off too, doesn't he? Doesn't he
whatever he's. I forget.
He has like a klaxon. It's like,
klaxon. Every single time, raises his hands, like he's like, yes, and then he's like, welcome to the Aussie Army, and he's like, hit that follow. You know, we're a very active community. He's like, I'm trying to build this. We're doing a giveaway at 1,000 followers.
Welcome all the new people.
Yeah, welcome everyone. And then he'd be like, thank you so much. Say me, OzGrillus for the raid, you know, really appreciate it. Then he'll talk about me. He'll be like, so OzGrillus, he streams these games, you know, they're not my cup of tea, but if you guys like him, you know, go follow him. He's a great bloke. And he's always, and then he pauses his game, which is his perfect thing because he plays single player, and he'll just chat. And then I raided him with like 20 one night, and had a few people in there who weren't following him, and he'd be like, you gonna hit that follow? And then, like, in a funny way, not like a creepy, like a weird way. And then he'd be like, oh, you're Aussie Army member 864. Remember that number? And stuff like that. And then people would follow. Like, I think his follow return is a lot higher than, say, our raid, you know.
And I think that's a thing as well. Like, do you know what I mean? It gives you a number. Do you know what I mean? It's personal, isn't it? Between you and him, like,
yeah,
like
so you'll be back
got
at
that set number.
Number 864 returning for, you know, duty, whatever. Because it's part of the army, Aussie Army.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's another thing altogether. It's not just the raid and giving the raid, it's how to accept the raid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the correct way to accept it to maximize the community that's come across to you.
Like when you got rated by John Sandman, Jay, back to that again, sorry. You got like what 179 new followers out of a 700 raid. That's like a very high return.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen other people get raided with 3,000-4,000 and only get 30 new followers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So obviously something you did.
And again, that'll come down to moderators, which we'll touch on again shortly. But
with a raid, I've noticed too, when I'm raiding somebody, that'll also tie into moderators, finding the right person to raid. Like if I'm ending my stream, who is the community that I'm reaching at the moment? Because sometimes it's the Discord community that aren't really there for the game. They're there to hang out with me. But other mornings I might have a more COD centered community where they're there to see Call of Duty gameplay. So me as the streamer, I have to learn to engage with my chat in a way that I understand them to then take them and give them to somebody else. So I wouldn't
almost analyzing it stream by stream to know who to.
Yeah, you have to be aware of those things in order to flow, smoothly. Because at the end of your stream, if you even if there's 7 lurkers in there and 1 viewer, you want to pass those on to somebody else. If you stop your stream, they just drop. So I have lurking accounts that I put on when I go to bed. I'm on a stream and I'm saying, hey, I'm going to lurk, I'm going to go to bed. Those viewers are going to continue to be active through every raid if you continue to push them onto the next person. So you're not only helping with the views, you're not only helping with the hype, you're not only helping build community, but you're helping put your own name out there as well. Because the more you raid, the people are going to want to raid back to you because they know that you're a raider. So you're going to give your community to them. They're going to want to pour back into you.
Yet again, it's not all about you. It's about other people, which helps you become larger.
And that's why I tell everyone, no matter how small your raid is, it's still going over there.
Even if it's
and
one.
you're finding out what the next person is, like who the next person is, what he's got going for him or her. Do you know what I mean? It's all it all helps in the long run.
Yeah, 100%. And that it's not selfish to say either. Like if you're raiding, you're really trying to get the benefit to your stream at the end of the day. So that's why you've got to select the correct person to raid, like Cypher was touching on. Well, and it's to also to benefit yourself where you can as well.
Yeah.
If I take my raid of 15 and I give it to Formal, who's playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare, who has currently 2,000 people watching him, first of all, is Formal going to acknowledge me? And is Formal going to put back into my community? Probably not.
No.
So it would be my goal as one of the owners of the Discord to invest within the Discord itself. Now, there might not be somebody pushing for affiliate, or there might not be somebody who's currently streaming. So then I will go to maybe a same gameplay, and I'm going to look for another streamer who might have the same amount of viewers that I have or less, because now I'm taking that raid, I'm putting it onto a new streamer, and I'm building a connection with that person. Now they're going to want to come back to me as a new streamer, and I'm building community.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And who do you look for? Like, what do they have to have? So if you got like 10 people who have similar numbers, same game, and you're scrolling through the list, who would you look at?
I think that's going to be different for everybody. For me personally, I want to see your face. Not everybody needs to have a camera when they stream, but I think that the people who are in my stream have seen my face. Right. So I'm going to push them to somebody who has a similar, as in the camera, they're communicating. I want to make sure that I vet them. If you don't know what vetting is, it's basically investigating and make sure everything is good and kosher and proper before you do it. So I will go and I'll watch that stream for maybe 30 seconds or whatever, make sure that they are communicating with their chat, make sure that they are they're not blatantly arrogant or ignorant. Making sure they're live. I've done that so many times. I've rated somebody.
Offline raids are horrible.
And that's not that streamer's fault. That was my responsibility to make sure that my Twitch was
Or
refreshed.
the raider.
I had, that's what I'm saying. The person who's doing the raid, or even as a moderator, if I'm in somebody's chat and I have the opportunity or the ability to raid for them while they're doing their, their end of stream, I need to do the due diligence to look and make sure that that person's online.
Well,
too,
also
whoever we're doing.
sometimes Cypher, perfect example, in my own stream, and you're there, and I'll be like, Cypher, who should I raid? And then you go and look at people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then,
exactly. Yeah.
So you kind of trust this, moderator again, what you can use moderators for, to find, and they can find someone who's in your good queue. So you're not sitting there in your own stream going, I'm going to look up who's streaming, and then you're there for like 2 minutes looking, and all your chat's like, oh, he's getting off anyway, let's go.
Yeah.
And then you raid with two.
There's a fine line too of spending too much time, and I'm guilty of it all the time.
Start to lose that hype and that momentum.
At
the end of your stream,
because people know you're gone.
Raid the right person, and I spend like 5 minutes doing it, and meanwhile people are just dropping off.
And I try and sometimes I'll do like a surprise attack raid so people are still there. You know what I mean? Like I'll see that Mama or someone's there. I know Mama's a good person to raid. I'll be like, oh yeah, raid Mama. Thanks everyone. Bye, because I know that they're still there. But then that's kind of sad to your own viewership as well, because they might.
What I also tend to do is raiding, and it's good having the family Discord there. It's just I put a post even in the Discord maybe 5-10 minutes before I know I'm gonna raid, to see if there's any people within our own Discord we may want to raid, or
who
any
might
affiliates
to go live.
Pop up, that may not be online but may be going live in the next 10 minutes, and that can really help them out. So
and I think
you've
that's
got people like Queen that'll go, no, there's no affiliates live sort of thing, but this person's live, and bang.
I feel like webcam is crucial, in my personal opinion.
For equipment wise, for having a stream,
especially for like if you want to get rated. If you want to get rated, there's a guy called Gael Level who does YouTube videos. He has a whole video on that as well. How to get rated, or like what you need to do to be someone who will get rated. Which is a good video. I might post it in the link actually in the description.
Well, I watched a video like that, and it was 4 high Twitch streamers went onto a stage and basically spoke for like 45 minutes about being a streamer and what you need to do. And one of the first things they said is don't even stream. Just go out there and see what's there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you're watching advice videos of people who like, I'm not sure, I don't know if Shroud has them or not, but people who are like higher level partners who have been there since 2012, their advice is going to be very outdated because they become partner when it was easy to become, not easy to become partner, but a lot easier when it wasn't so oversaturated. So they're going to say like, oh, stream every day, stick to your schedule, which doesn't really work now.
It's basically not the best way.
Yeah, so they'll say that, you'll be like, oh, cool, I'm going to stream every day, I'm going to quit my job. People will be like, quit your job, and then you've got like no choice but to make it, but then you can't just do that.
Yeah. And now you have a lot of undue pressure because you're supposed to enjoy this.
And you want to enjoy it.
But and if you look, it's sort of a universal it's like a universal recipe, in it. It's the basics is universal for everybody.
Yeah.
Be on all social medias. Be active, be consistent, and have a fucking webcam.
And have a good time.
Enjoy yourself.
You know what I mean?
Enjoy
just be you. I'm
so
sick to death for watching people go live and just being robots, and it's just not them. But
Cowboy,
kind of like our first Gamers Corner YouTuber, a bit robotic.
Yeah.
Hello.
on the ratings still too, like even we touched on the previous podcast of getting discouraged and stuff like that, even if your numbers are low. Like as an example, that time I did get raided by John Sandman, I just started my raid and I was actually sitting at 0 viewers. I was sitting there eating chips. And then all of a sudden 750 people came through on a raid.
I like how
that could be anyone with, that's how he picked me. He's like,
he did. I watched the video
and he's eating chips. I'm going to give it to him.
Oh, so another thing in that whole thing. So John Sandman was watching Doctor as on John Sandman's stream. He had like display capture, was watching Doctor's stream, and Doc was muted because he was eating chips, and he's like, he's muted, and then Lone Wolf in the chat was like, you muted, and Lone's a moderator. I'm assuming Lone's a moderator of yours.
Yeah,
And
Lon
then
was
Doc's like,
moderator,
"Oh, I'm
yeah.
muted because I'm eating chips." And then John Sandman's like, "Oh, he's not muted. Let's go, everyone. Let's go in the hype." So that's another thing why you need a moderator there to tell you when things aren't working, even though you muted on purpose. But he didn't know you muted on purpose.
Yeah.
So
And then-
Bernie did
Yeah,
very well with that.
If you've got low numbers and you might be getting discouraged, all it takes is a radar from a big player, and it can really change the whole way your stream is.
Change your
Yeah.
whole
I mean, again,
stream career. Yeah,
so-
Getting
touch
getting that big raid, and then using it properly and actually being able to capitalize on it. That's another thing.
you wouldn't have been picked if you didn't have a webcam and a mic, though. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And this is one of the big things we need to pick up on. I know it might be a bit expensive. When I first started out, I had to buy a PlayStation camera, and it was around £40, £50, and it's
like 1 million
it's not,
Australian.
it's not cheap, is it? Do you know what I mean? So,
No.
like,
Yeah.
but it's something that you really need to try and get your hands on, because it will change your stream completely.
It'll make the
you start
difference
spending money on
between
everything
rated
else.
and-
Yeah, as soon as
Webcam's
people
the
can
first
start
buy.
interacting with you, it's better.
Yeah, any webcam, like shit web, who cares? Like one that your grandfather had, and then it's sitting in a box somewhere. Anything.
Yeah, but I mean, people for starting out, just console streaming.
Yeah, with
Like,
I know it, man. Yeah,
you
I'm just
can
saying,
you
get a
can only
webcam.
use you can only use specific ones, can't you? So,
on
like,
Xbox you can
know,
use most. I'm pretty sure, as long as it's a USB one.
Play,
it'll
yeah,
work.
right,
PlayStation. You have to have a PlayStation
yeah,
camera.
we have to have a
Okay.
PlayStation one. Yeah, so
You can find them pretty cheap secondhand because we bought one for Nighthawk 91 for his birthday last year. Me
Yeah.
and Skull and a few others, and we split it. It was like $10 each or something like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
So Cowboy, speaking of the rating thing, and to kind of wrap this up, finish up the rating part of it, we in the Discord have the raid corner. Can you explain that? So, and like, how can we incorporate that? How can we utilize that as a Discord?
So we put that in there basically to get people that are active in the Discord, or people that are not active that want to be more active, to go to this room, and we have a voice channel there that you can all get in and all have a nice big chat, have a chinwag, whatever you want to call it, and
Chimwag.
just get onto chinwag just get onto Twitch as a big group and jump into one person's stream and just blow them up. Just literally, if there's 6, 7, 10, 15, 20, 40 people that are active in the Discord, all join in there, all get
It's
there,
like a
all
central location for us all to meet before we go and raid.
Yeah, and you can have a chat, you can get to know each other, as well as the general chat, obviously, but through voice.
With us being community oriented, part of that aspect is to be able to connect with people, and like for special occasions as well. So say somebody is doing a birthday stream, right?
Yeah,
We can kind of behind the scenes while they're streaming, go into the group raid corner, talk about what we're going to do, and hey, I want to give us a gifted sub to this channel when we go in, and kind of plan it out.
Imagine a hype train on your birthday stream. That's like,
that'd be
awesome. You know what I mean?
That raid room was put there specifically for like to go and do stuff like that, get together as a group. If you're on Xbox, if you're on this, that, and the other, and you can do it from your phone. Pick your phone up, plug your earphones in, go into the voice channel. It'll work. Do you know what I mean? And you can do it from there, and whatever you want to do.
If you have any questions about rating, make sure you ask us in Discord. You can ask any question that you want in the general chat. You can DM us individual as owners, or you can @ owners in the chat, and it'll come directly to us. So from that note, from rating, the key aspect to making a raid flow well, not only receiving one but giving one, is your moderators. Doc, how do you feel moderators
Sorry.
What?
Receiving one and giving one. Okay, Doc.
Receiving a raid and giving a raid. Doctor, tell me, how do you receive a raid? No, moderators, what have you noticed from raids that you have? And we'll use this as an example with the John Sandman. How have moderators been beneficial to you in your raids?
Thanks, Cypher. But touching again on the John Sandman raid, which I think was 780 people ish, maybe a little bit more. The biggest thing there is if you don't have moderators whatsoever, you're instantly on the back foot. There's so much pressure, there's so much anxiety, you don't even know how to deal with such an influx. Yeah, you're used to chatting with 10, 15 people and you're able to control it and communicate with each individual. When you get hit with 30, 40, 100 messages in one instant thing, you have absolutely no idea on how to respond. You don't even know who to respond, let alone how to respond.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How
Who
would
do you
it
pick out of 100 messages to type to?
How would it have been different, Doc, if you were still sitting next to a TV and your console and watching your chat on your phone?
Yeah,
as opposed to watching it on a monitor.
Yeah, I think that would just turn into a mess. You wouldn't actually physically be able to manage it whatsoever.
So, I think the phone would have heated up and just melted on the side.
So moderators help direct that traffic, is what you're saying.
That's it. And until I was put in this scenario, I suppose I didn't really take advantage of them, but I wasn't really thinking how important the moderator role is and what they actually do behind the scenes of keeping the chat flowing and actually getting people to follow you from the raid. What people are forgetting, that you're still in a game, you're in the middle of a game, you can't pause a live game. I might be in Rocket League, I could be in COD, I could be in anything.
Yeah.
I'm still in that process myself. So that's when your moderators come in. They're talking to the chat on your behalf. They're basically your eyes and ears for your chat while you are doing something else.
Would you recommend making any random person a moderator?
No, I think it has, maybe in the early days, like when you're just starting out, because it's probably good to have at least a moderator. It doesn't necessarily make it the right moderator, but
you do like a mate.
You should have someone there that can actually like get rid of some of the spam that pops in and that sort of stuff when you're not there. A lot more full on. Having the right moderator definitely makes a difference.
Yeah.
There's so many benefits of having a moderator. Like there's just
Now there's multiple channels that I'm a moderator on, and I've gladly have accepted those, because I value interaction. So I value you guys as friends, and I'm moderators on all your channels. So when I come into your stream, if you have people in your stream, I'm moderating. Yes, I'm there for you. Yes, I'm going to talk to you, but I'm watching your chat.
I feel like that's your responsibility.
Yeah, I'm looking through the tools. I'm looking through the dashboard. There's a new feature that Twitch just added where you can go in the dashboard, the moderator dashboard, and you have a lot of different options. You can see,
very good, that, isn't it?
Moderator mode. It's really smart if you want to go and check that out.
Yeah. Easy access to the viewers in the chat, so I can click on their name specifically and I can see all the messages that they've posted. I can see any blocked messages. I can see anything that's been timed out.
Banning, everything is so easy to do from there.
It's really beneficial, the tools that we have. We just don't know how to access them a lot of times. So I think with a quality moderator, they're looking out for your benefit. So they're not there to spam their own channel. They're not there to spam what they like. They're there to promote you. So they're your promoters. So they have to be somebody.
Don't self-promote in your other people's channels.
No, not at all.
But what do you call self-promotion? Would you call it a link, or would you call it?
Or but even going in and saying, "Hey, hope your stream's good. I'm going live now."
I went into somebody's stream the other day and was like, I have a set message, and it's like, right, I've got you on, I've got tabs up for you, yeah.
I'm going live.
No, low volume while I'm live myself. That's why I'm not communicating with you.
I think.
But I'm not. But the thing is, I'm not expecting nobody's viewers to come over. I'm just making sure that if he starts chatting to me now and asking me how my day is, I'm not going to respond. And it's not because I'm not there.
Yeah, it's more of a courtesy.
It's because I'm lurking. It's just letting you know. I don't want you to feel like, oh, fucking ignorant twat, and he's just coming on.
But also, that's a good way to get rated. Just saying, because then they know you're live.
Yeah,
there's a difference. There's a difference there as well. Like I've seen a lot of people come in that all they simply write is just lurking while live. That's them just telling you they're live. That's the only reason that
they want you to lurk them back while they're there. Yeah, exactly. So Cowboys is all right. So if you're like, I'm lurking, got your tab open, I won't be able to respond. I'm live. Perfectly fine, I think personally.
Yeah, personally for me as well, I agree.
I don't think like a big streamer would appreciate it.
If somebody comes in and just says ! Lurk, then all you're telling me is that you're lurking. You're not trying to build community. It's completely fine. I appreciate the lurk. But when I read specific things, like if I read Cowboy's message,
I mean, if I'm there to talk, I'm not gonna say I've got your tab open. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna sit and chat with you.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let you know the reason that I'm not gonna chat with you if I'm not there.
Okay, be like, I'm just waking up. I'm gonna go wake up. I'll come back and chat later. That's usually your thing.
Yeah.
But for us, anyway, I don't know how you do it for other people.
Yeah, and then no, it's usually what I do for everybody. I'm doing something.
I think back on moderators again as well. Picking your moderators, like you said, Cypher. If you stream at the same time as your moderators, you're obviously instantly on the back foot. It's pointless having a moderator that's busy when you're busy. Yeah, which applies to me and you. So,
which is why, and you guys have said, "Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Cypher." But honestly, guys, that's why I make it a point to know when your schedule is, and I try not to stream when you guys stream, because I value that role as moderator in your guys' channel. I enjoy being with you guys. I enjoy spending time with you guys. And if I'm going to receive the role of moderator, then I want you guys to know that I'm putting in what you guys expect of that role. You know what I mean?
In saying that, you're saying if you offer moderator to someone who can't moderate it to an nth degree, they probably shouldn't accept it.
Well, this is why you don't just throw it on someone.
It's a job at the end of the day. It's an unpaid job for your fellow streamer.
I've had people offer a moderator position to me, and I said, I really do appreciate it because I'm an active person. They see the activity in the chat, and they say, hey, this is somebody who can keep an eye on chat for me while I'm busy. I value that, but in the same regard, I'm not going to give you false expectations. You know?
Man. Yeah. In respect to that as well, there's actually people, I don't have any examples, but I've heard, who are moderators, become moderators to bigger streamers, and then start their own career streaming. And because they're well known in this big streamers community, they are instantly on the advantage. Yeah. So you could look at building trust in someone who is like a kind of a larger streamer, not just for this whole purpose. You obviously need to enjoy looking at them, and then if you start streaming,
that's why streaming should not just be. That's why it should not just be one of them things you wake up one morning and go, right, I'm going to stream. That's it. Because it's just not going to work. The best way I could say it is if I could stop now, completely wipe everything and come back as a different name and like you know what I mean? Completely fresh and meet everybody new. I'd do it a complete different way.
So would I.
And I wouldn't even stream for ages. I'd just be in big people's chats, doing what you're saying, getting my name out there. There's 2,000 to 20,000 people in big people's chats. You get out there and be active. Yeah, you might have to spend a couple of fucking 20 quid, whatever money it is, what you've got, whatever. Do you know what I mean? You might have to spend a little bit of money to get your point out there, but in the long run, you're going to get a way more back from it.
Yeah, I see how that, I can totally see that way of thinking. For me, it was the complete opposite. I purposefully sought out a small time streamer because I had no clue what I was doing when I was streaming. I knew that they were going through it right off the cuff. And I just started asking questions. Hey, how do you get started with streaming? What do you do? How do you
look at my DMs from Cypher?
Literally
80 million questions.
Because
I'm that small streamer.
I didn't want to go in blind. I wanted to meet somebody who was doing it and do it with them. You know what I mean? You can take like Gael was saying, and go into a big time streamer, but you got to remember the people that you're talking to in that big time streamer are expecting big time streamer results.
Yeah, a lot of people knowing.
I know what you mean. Yeah. You were saying Grill as a moderator in a big time channel.
Yeah, of course.
There are times where I have considered not streaming and just being a moderator. One, because I love community. Two, because I love helping people.
You don't want to stream.
Yeah, that's why that's why I'm so ropey on stream, because I can't. I'd rather just be there chatting with people, but at the same time, I don't know. I think with the right tools and the right time, everyone can make streaming something.
Hey guys, we'll leave it right there with our episode 2 part 1 moderating and rating. We'll come back in episode 2 part 2 and we'll talk about income streams as well as just a little bit more on the rating and moderating aspect as well. So yeah, thank you guys very much for tuning in. Our next episode will be out tomorrow and we look forward for you to hear it.